You
No,
answer.
dude.
Chris, when you're having a debate, when you're having a discussion, you need to actually answer what is being said to you. Now, Socrates is a cat. All cats are purple, therefore Socrates is purple. Is that valid? Yes or no?
I just said yes.
Okay, is it sound?
With the propositions.
No, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. No, shut up,
You fucking retard.
shut up, shut
You
up.
can't keep
Is
doing
it
this.
sound? Is it fucking sound? Answer me.
No,
shut up. Stop derailing. Stop derailing.
I know where the whole confusion lies now.
Answer the question, you dishonest fuck. Is it sound? Is it sound? Yes or no? Stop dodging.
Okay, I'm talking about...
You couldn't explain it afterwards. Just answer the question, dude.
Answer the fucking question. Is it sound?
Hey guys, alright, so I think you're gonna love this. Sorry for the bad audio quality. So, quick bit of context here. This is a debate that took place in my Discord. I don't release private conversations, but there's this little cuck called Theo. He's from Philosophical Vegan Forum. He also goes by Activist Journeys, Non-Zero Sum. He comes into my Discord and records people, even though they have explicitly told him that they don't consent to being recorded. He does this stealthily under a name that we're not aware of. So he's released this already. It's public, so I don't see a problem with sharing it on my channel if it's already public. This is a recording of a philotard called Unethical Vegan who's made videos about me, who chirps all over the internet on multiple platforms. Oh, ask yourself and his viewers don't understand basic logic. Oh, blah, 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 blah. I'll give you a course in basic logic. So this guy made the mistake of coming into my Discord, and he got completely annihilated. Now, this stealth recording doesn't capture the whole conversation, so it's missing a bit of context. We had already been talking for a while before it starts, and it gets cut off at the end. The actual recording jumps to a separate conversation on another channel, so you don't get to hear the part at the end where this philosophy PhD in the server, JHC, just completely annihilates him. I'm very sad that part got cut off. I'm not sure if it actually got cut off or if it's not being included because it makes Unethical Vegan look particularly retarded. Either way, there's still almost an hour here of me spanking him around on not understanding the basic definition of soundness in logic. So basically, guy chirps all over, tells us how we don't know basic logic, comes into the server and gets molested on one of the most basic concepts in logic. JHC, the philosophy PhD, also jumps in a bunch of times and just smacks him around and posts just basic definitions of soundness, like the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy, the Internet Encyclopedia of Philosophy. He reads out from logic books, although I don't know if that part's in the video, but the guy still doesn't fucking concede. So if you want a case study in cognitive dissonance and straight up reality denial because you can't accept that your enemy has just owned you, this would be the video to watch. Prepare for frustration. Here we go.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
So, okay, I thought I lagged out. But I want to go back to the soundness. You said that that argument can be sound and not valid. Not
no,
sound,
I didn't say
like
that.
both of these.
Nope.
Then what did you say?
Sorry,
you initially said that sound arguments could not be valid. They didn't have to be valid, and that's what we were saying. You said something weird, and that's. I mean, I at least heard that the same way. Ask yourself heard it.
The opposite would be true, that valid arguments don't have to be sound, but they are.
Correct.
Like if you swap the order, that's not true.
Okay, and also, sorry, I'm just
sound
reading,
argument is a valid argument with a
true premises. Yeah, and sorry, I'm reading what Harsh said here. Maybe I misunderstood just because of the way you've written it here, but yeah, if it's sound, it has to be valid. If it's not valid, then it's definitely not sound. It can't be sound.
And what I wanted to add to this, if an argument is not sound, then it's not valid, and this is the contrapositive.
Wait, if an argument is not sound, that's not true. That's wrong.
That's what you said originally too. That's what you said originally too, and that's just wrong.
Yeah, so just go look up validity and soundness.
It's the contrapositive. It's the contrapositive sound.
Okay, so someone post like the SEP entry.
Okay, wait.
No,
I would just.
An argument can be valid and not follow because it's not sound. Like it's not a contrapositive.
If an argument is not sound, one of two things has happened. Either it's not valid, or one or more of the premises are false.
Mm-hmm.
It does not have to be the case that it's not valid.
Mm-hmm.
Sound arguments.
Unsound arguments.
Unsound arguments. One of those two things has failed. Not both. It doesn't have to be both.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a tiny point. Like, just go look at Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy. Look up the SE entry, validity and soundness.
No, I'm pretty sure it's the contrapositive of soundness. Like, if an argument is not sound, but okay, we don't have to like harp on this. But
no, we do because you're wrong. Whenever you're wrong, it's we don't have to harp on this. Yes, we do.
Well, no, it's the contrapositive of soundness.
Do you know the Internet Encyclopedia of Philosophy? The peer-reviewed internet resource for these sorts of things. I'm going to paste a link in the second paragraph. I'll post the sentence here. A deductive argument is sound if and only if it is both valid and all of its premises are true. So, if a sound argument is false, one of those two things, or both, has gone wrong, but not necessarily both of them. Do you understand that?
Wait, let's see the link.
He did.
And just a point of process here, the amount that you resist accepting things when they're pointed out to you, that is why it turned into a 2-day conversation with Puffin, just pointing out basic shit to you on Twitter.
Hello. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Harsh. I didn't understand what
Soundness thing. I kind of zoned out.
Yeah. If you are in fact saying what we're saying, Harsh, then have no worries. Yeah, okay.
You see?
Yes.
What can I search for here in the text to? What did you say again?
It's just the second paragraph. It starts with a deductive argument is sound if and only if. And if you continue reading, you'll see that there are
but
two
this is true. Like, I agree.
But you said something that's the opposite, so admit error. When you said that, look, we're not going to forget what has been said. If you're saying that a sound argument is by definition not valid, that is not true. Or not, sorry, I spoke wrong. Forget that. If you're saying that because an argument is unsound, it's also invalid, that is not true.
Correct.
No. Okay, where does it say it here? Where you posted?
Man.
Well,
Paragraph, wait.
It's in chat, and it's just the second paragraph of that.
This is true, right? Like the if and only if.
Let's just put point of process here. Are you currently on a computer, Chris?
No.
No or yes? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have the general text chat open alongside the voice chat?
Yeah, okay. I'm on the browser, but you meant like the app.
Yeah, so you just want to scroll up to the text channels, because when we're all talking here on voice, there's also a text channel that's running at the same time. That's where JHC is posting.
Yeah, I see this, and I agree with this. This was the second paragraph, right?
Okay, so you agree that. So to be clear, to get the concession, you agree that you were in fact wrong when you made the statement that if an argument is unsound, it is invalid.
No, that would be the contrapositive.
Oh my God!
Listen,
this claim does not say.
If I say if A then B, A then B, okay, is that a valid or invalid argument?
Wait, did you post it
there? No, I'm just telling you. It's just modus ponens.
Okay.
If A then B, A then B. Is that a sound argument?
A, then B, and you give an A.
Correct.
And therefore B, right?
Correct. correct? Is that a sound argument?
You don't know because you don't know the truth values
Exactly.
of the propositions.
But it is valid.
Yeah.
So validity is not enough to satisfy soundness. So if an argument is not sound, it does not imply or entail that the argument is also invalid, because
Correct.
it could be valid and one or more of the premises could be false.
Correct.
It's internal consistency.
Okay.
It can be internally consistent, but also be wrong.
Okay, let's just see. I think he might have been about to agree that you said that if an is unsound, it's also invalid.
I will. You're saying this. The first premise. I'm posting in the chat, right? Because it's easier.
I mean, you got to understand. Like, I do not study formal logic, and I know this. You keep making statements where you're one sec, just a sec. You keep everywhere that you're talking, and you're getting so chirpy with me and my viewers. You're making references to, a first week in a logic course. In a fucking logic course, you would learn the meaning of validity and soundness very, very quickly.
And
so what is soundness?
Soundness is validity plus true premises. You just asked a question and I answered it. Soundness is validity plus true premises.
That does not make sense. What do you mean plus?
Chris, an example of an argument that is valid
let's let him. Let's let him argue this out with JHC. I'd like to hear you try to because I mean I think let's let him and JHC do this.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you're just missing the completely accepted definition of what soundness is. If soundness and validity were the exact same thing, then why have a second word for it?
Same thing. Soundness deals with the truth values of the propositions, while the validity. Yeah. I mean, we have the if and only if there, right? Because validity means that you can you don't necessarily have to know the.
Look, if I say some argument is sound and you say no, it's not, you can say one of two things. You can say it's invalid, or you can say one of the premises is false. Correct?
The argument is not sound.
If the argument
but it can be valid.
Yeah, okay. So I'm saying what I said from the beginning is if an argument is right that the premise are true and the conclusion is false, this means that the argument is not sound, right?
That's an invalid argument and also not sound by extension.
Yeah, exactly. That's what. This was my point. If an argument is not sound.
But there are multiple ways.
Not valid.
No, that doesn't follow.
No, Chris, did you see the example I posted? An example of an argument that is valid but not sound is all humans are blue. Chris is a human, therefore Chris is blue. That argument is valid, but it's not sound.
Correct.
And the reason that it's not sound.
You learn it within the first 5 minutes of philosophy class.
The reason that it's not sound is because one of the premises is false, not because it's valid.
Yes.
You post that? I don't see.
It's by Lab Grown Foreskin. It has spikes on it because it demonstrates you're wrong.
And we heard you say this twice. You can't really just scapegoat out of it. I mean,
you
tried to correct us on something that we said that was correct, and now you're doubling down on it yet. It's just very basic
I would
stuff.
say.
Well, just ask your logic. If you're going to school, just ask your logic professor. Just say, if I've shown that an argument is not sound, have I demonstrated that it's not valid? And he's going to say, fuck no.
Contrapositive of theory is soundness.
But do you understand do you think that your logic? Will you just do me the favor of asking him? does it logically follow? Is it logically entail that because an argument is not sound, it is also invalid? The answer is going to be no.
It's called the contrapositive. It's the contrapositive theory of soundness.
I'm asking you like a yes or no question, though.
He would agree. I learned it from that course. I had it like in August.
And you learned that all unsound arguments are also invalid? That's what you learned in that course?
What is this person's first language? Hello, strange fucking language. What are you talking?
It's Swedish.
Well, fucking somebody talk to him in Swedish, because he's obviously never going to fucking understand in English.
Okay.
Is there a Google fucking translator in here? Let's just fucking put it across here. Go in Swedish, bibbidi bobbidi fucking. You understand?
I speak Swedish, although I don't know what term they would use for it in like the Swedish version of philosophy class.
You should be our interpreter.
I tell you what, the Swedish only understand if you're a fucking
Guys,
Muslim. Somebody send a
up.
Muslim fucking and have sex with his fucking sister. He'll understand then.
Oh, this guy's tough. I don't know what to say to you guys. It's called the contrapositive. It's the contrapositive of soundness theorem.
Look,
like
I've
if
given
an argument is valid.
you like multiple links that demonstrate that there are two different ways for sound arguments to be false. For it to be false, that an argument is sound.
Either or both.
Is it the first order logic, or like the informal?
This is
like the syllogism of
this is just logic.
This is just modern propositional logic.
Logic. Okay, well then I don't agree at all.
You don't agree.
Fuck me.
Very fundamental stuff.
Basics right here, man. That feeling when someone chirps you for not understanding basic logic, then enters your Discord server and gets crushed by a philosophy PhD on the most basic concept in logic. Can't get enough of that. That's hilarious.
Wait, JC, do you know what the contrapositive?
Yes.
So, like the soundness, right? It's if an argument is valid.
Yes.
Right?
If an argument is valid, what?
If it's valid,
yes.
Then it's also sound.
Is he carnist? That is the question.
No, he's not.
Did you say if an argument is valid, then it is also sound?
Argument is valid, but it isn't fucking sound.
Jeez, this is really bad. I'm gonna reboot my computer. I'll be back in a minute.
I think it's better now. Isn't it better now?
Oh, it is better now.
It's Discord service. Yeah.
Okay, it was just Discord. Okay, sorry. So, mind broken by common sense. Are you still there? Chris, do we still have you?
Okay. So we left off at I asked you like if an argument is valid, right? And it's sound.
Okay, well, JHC left out of here, but I can answer for that. No, it's not.
No one said that ever.
Unless you're using just the informal usage of valid, which just means like a correct argument. But no, using like proper terminology, the fact that it's valid does not mean that it's sound.
Well, he's probably using basic terminology then.
Well, this is the guy who rips on us constantly for not using the logic terminology. So let's just not all dogpile. So, mind broken by common sense.
Guys,
you understand?
Do you know what it means?
Yes, you're admitting error.
No, like, do you know what it means? The soundness.
Yeah, soundness is validity plus true premises.
Oh God.
No, dude.
Okay, well,
yes,
I mean, what do you think? Sound. 1 second, mind broken by common sense. What do you think that soundness means?
If the premises are true, then the conclusion has to be true.
No. If the premises are okay, you should understand why that's first of all wrong. If you have premises that are true and they're not aligned in such a way as to produce a conclusion, then of course the conclusion doesn't have to follow. If I say the sky is blue, Isaac is a man. Therefore, fucking unicorns inhabit Saturn. I mean, that is well, I guess the conclusion isn't true, but you have premises that are true, but the argument is not valid.
Yeah, you could even take that a step further.
Wait,
guys,
one second.
I know what's happening here.
Okay.
I know what's happening.
So,
I know what's happening. Wait, guys, I know what's happening.
What's happening is you don't seem to understand the definition
with sound theory of soundness. No, dude, you're confusing sound with the theory of soundness. If I say the theory of soundness, that means that if an argument is valid, then the argument is sound.
Do you know who this fucking guy sounds like? He sounds like a fiend. Fucking idiot.
I don't fucking know what the hell this guy's talking about.
The thing is, like,
I think he was in the middle of saying something, so I don't know if he finished his thought or not.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. So you want to complete that, or you have more?
Okay. So
okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
The contrapositive soundness.
Okay, can you define the contrapositive?
One sec, Nick. Don't go in crazy directions right now. So,
I'm focused.
These words have very basic definitions in logic. Okay, so valid, that refers to whether the structure of the argument is true. Soundness, that refers to the argument being both valid, so correct in form, and having true premises. This is the standard definition of the terms. This is what you would learn in any philosophy or logic class that deals with validity and soundness. This is why you come into this server and you get a logic PhD, philosophy PhD, explaining this basic shit to you.
I know this. Okay, so my original claim, we don't have to harp on this.
No, we do, because you're wrong. And the second that it's something you're wrong about, it's, we don't have to harp on it. Look, man, I'm just going to be real with you. You're speaking to someone right now who is a lot smarter than you and who has far tighter argumentation, okay? You are looking like a complete retard.
It's called
One second. You're looking like a complete retard in front of 60 people who can go and look up the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy, who can go look up the online Encyclopedia of Philosophy or whatever peer reviewed source it was that GHC linked earlier. Anyone who has access to the internet can go type in validity and soundness, and they will see that validity refers to the structure of the argument being correct. Soundness refers to the combination of correct structure, validity, and truthful premises. This is not confusing. This is the absolute basics of logic.
So are we just
if understand the contrapositive, man? Okay, I will give you an example, right?
I can't believe you're trying to argue this.
I will give you an example of like. I think
that you should take the advice of the philosophy PhD who just told you next time you're in your logic class, go to your prof and ask him if it's possible for an argument that is not sound to be valid. He will tell you, of course, it is possible.
It's possible. I'm talking about the theory of soundness. Do you understand the difference?
We're talking about the basic use of the terms. We're talking about the basic use of the terms.
Oh my god, dude! Like
what the hell do you mean theory of soundness? Link us what you're talking about. Put it in the chat.
I'll actually look it up real quick. Hold on. Let me see if I can find anything on it.
Say that the
sorry, I was actually
be valid, but an argument can't be sound but valid because of this whole other thing that is not what we're talking about. Like
he's just trying to shift around, and I have a feeling even the thing he's talking about is going to prove our point. So why don't you link what you're talking about? Because there's not going to be any use of the word soundness in logic that's going to not refer to the combination of validity and correct premises. Like, I mean, you have literally, man, you have people posting in the chat basic definitions of logical terms to you, and you're not accepting the facts. It's cringy.
So are we just stuck on like the way that these terms are used right now?
Basic logic, like
Zycro, we can't provide you the full context every time you come into a discussion.
I'm asking if this generally just comes down to him not accepting your definitions, or it's
just basic logic.
1 second. This is not Isaac's fucking special definition. This is him not accepting the standard definition of validity and soundness that you will find in any logic course on any resource that talks about logic, whether it's the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy, whether it's the online Encyclopedia of Philosophy, the peer-reviewed resource that JHC, the philosophy prof, just linked to, or sorry, PhD, not prof. This is the standard use of the terms. This isn't some special Isaac bullshit.
I actually wasn't saying that, but
I know, I'm just being
unethical
clear.
vegan.
You said your use of terms.
I will give you a
Unethical
snapshot.
vegan. Why don't you just argue from the definitions that they're laying out? Like that simple, right? Right?
I'm saying it's not right. That's not what I'm referring to.
Well, I think you need to demonstrate that the laws of logic that they're proposing to you are flawed, which I'm open to, right? So,
is it
Chris,
JC?
do you concede that what we're referring to is true?
What I said originally, I was talking about if a theory is not sound, then it follows that it's not valid, and this is the counterpositive
We're
of
talking
soundness.
about an argument, not a theory.
Yeah,
And this is what-
and that's
okay,
also
wait,
not what you said. Okay, whoa, that is such a swapperoo
This is
that you just did there. Because wait, because you did this, you brought this up twice on two separate occasions. We held your feet to the fire, and then you did it again, where you said something. If it is not sound, then it is also
Invalid.
not valid, which is not true. Because
It's not
soundness is either or both
Right.
truth value and validity, internal consistency. It doesn't necessarily equate to both. Otherwise, they would be the same word.
1 sec. I did not get. Okay, I posted a picture now from the book, right?
okay.
So
Is this guy even following along? Like, you seem kind of slow, bro. Like, you should kind of pipe up.
What the fuck is this that you posted? I don't know what I'm reading.
okay,
Show us-
I don't give a fuck
what
about the other retards in this conversation.
That
just
is
JC,
actually
because-
equivalent to what was on the Wikipedia thing I posted, though. Just that it's like the fucking angle symbol instead of A or whatever they used on Wikipedia.
because
Like, they literally use the same definition of soundness, and you're still arguing the complete opposite.
What I'm looking for
I'm
right now
arguing,
is
what
for
I'm
you
saying-
to link me a definition of soundness from any reliable source in logic or philosophy that says that soundness does
I
not
can even link the
entail
book.
validity.
I will actually say the book name.
We don't want to hear you read the fucking
Page
book.
46.
We want to see you actually link to a resource here. We don't want you to read something we can't all verify for ourselves. It needs to be something we can all verify.
Okay, oh my god.
Chris,
You guys-
look at what I posted just now. Like, that exact, like, formal logic is equivalent to what you posted, and it immediately after explains the whole thing about valid, but
Okay, let me explain this to you. Chris, you understand if I make the argument, Socrates... One second, Chris, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I can't tell if you can hear me. Can you hear me speaking right now, Chris?
I'm reading as well.
Okay, I'm asking if you can hear me talk. I hear you talking over. Sure.
Okay.
You can. Sorry, can you hear me right now? Hello, Chris. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you just
Yeah,
fine,
we can
Isaac.
hear you.
Okay, Chris, can you hear me talking right now?
just
One second, Chris. Can you hear me talking or not? It's just answer.
Yeah. Hello.
Can you hear me talking? Can you hear my voice?
Hello?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, Chris. If I make the argument, Socrates is a cat. All cats are purple. Therefore, Socrates is purple. Is that a valid argument?
Okay, now I realize. Okay, this is the syllogism, right? I'm referring to propositional logic in where we came back from the beginning.
Stop with the red herrings, man.
Listen,
This is
no,
unbelievable. Answer the fucking question. Listen to me, okay? Socrates is a cat. All cats are purple. Therefore, Socrates is purple. Is this argument valid or not? Yes or no?
Syllogism, yeah. But not in propositional.
Wait. Shut the fuck up. Did you just say yes or no? I did not hear you. Is that a valid argument?
You're referring to the Wikipedia example, right?
Just listen to my words, Chris. Socrates is a cat.
I know what happened here. I know where the confusion
I don't want to hear your complex rationalization for bullshit. I want you to answer.
Dude.
Chris, When you're having a debate, when you're having a discussion, you need to actually answer what is being said to you. Now, Socrates is a cat. All cats are purple. Therefore, Socrates is purple. Is that valid? Yes or no?
I just said yes.
Okay. Is it sound?
With the propositions.
No, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. No, shut up,
you fucking retard.
Shut up. Is it sound? Is it fucking sound? Answer me. No, shut up. Stop derailing. Stop derailing.
I know where the whole confusion lies now.
Answer the question, you dishonest fuck. Is it sound? Is it sound? Yes or no? Stop dodging.
Okay, I'm talking about...
You could explain it afterwards. Just answer the question, dude.
Answer the fucking question. Is it sound?
The argument in Wikipedia, right?
No.
No, he just said.
Okay. I'm taking a piss. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, yeah, let him...
No,
okay,
his argument wasn't Wikipedia. I was the one who posted the Wikipedia. The only thing I was pointing out, like, if you look at
I don't know, like, which
your
one
definition that you
right?
posted, it's the exact same formal logic, except that it uses different symbols.
Look,
but that's not what Isaac was saying.
Okay,
He was just asking,
I know where
this chat is a little. It's
know.
getting a little too like high maintenance, and
No,
it does seem like you're. It does
no,
seem like this guy is
psychological
avoiding
background.
answering the question. So, you are kind of though. You have to like engage with the question honestly. So, like,
Yeah, but if it's
is
irrelevant...
it a valid argument? Yes or no? In your
It's
opinion?
not
And-
irrelevant because it displays your dishonesty, dude. What the fuck?
talking
Why
about
don't you
the
just,
same guys,
why don't you just
I'm not
admit
talking
that it's
about
not sound, but it
syllogism.
is valid? Just admit that. It's
It
true.
doesn't refer to the thing I said earlier. I said about in proposition logic, which I even posted the picture there, right? I'm talking about first order logic, also known as propositional logic, right? Referring to. I'm not talking about syllogism because then you can't even evaluate that.
but what you posted is exactly the same thing as the one I posted,
Yeah.
except
Okay,
with
let's see.
different
Let's
symbols,
see,
and they
are you
immediately
looking
say
at it? Wait.
like afterwards.
I
Yeah,
can't
okay.
trust your
Are
ability
you
to even
looking-
understand these symbols because you're displaying
Man,
an
okay,
inability
second.
to understand what they mean.
Looking at the picture. Are you guys looking at the picture?
Yes, and in your picture, the variable names are like the whatever, like
Yeah,
they're
okay,
only
it's-
using
I
the like
mean,
Greek symbol instead of using A. Everything else is the same. They use the same little fucking derivation and tautological entailment system
Entailment,
symbol.
I have to say though, an ethical vegan, I find it hard to believe in this conversation that like most scholars and most people are actually like mired in this subject and like live it, accept these definitions. Yet like you have some sort of different definition that offers something like better. I think that's a little far fetched. So like
Well,
I don't know why you don't engage. Like even if you think that it's not valid, can you construct an argument with the definitions that they've given that name the trait is invalid? Because if it is truly invalid, I think that you can demonstrate that with these definitions.
And also, if it's wrong, why don't you just go correct the Wikipedia page and source it and see if it stays there?
Yeah. Write a thesis paper out as to why these principles are not sound.
Well, no.
And-
We're not going that far. This guy is just an autist that's going when he is basically saying that we don't understand the formal logic enough. So he's using he's basically appealing to formal logic as is, and to make his point, he's having to redefine logic and logical terms.
Yeah, it seems like he has reached this conclusion from probably like a misunderstanding of the symbols themselves.
Yeah, rather than actually having a point.
It doesn't seem like this guy really has like it's
Why is this so
far as I've seen.
irrelevant?
Okay, guys.
It doesn't seem
whole
like
thing
you're
is based
presenting
on.
much of an argument aside from just arguing the definition. So I don't really see a
No,
point
he's
in
not.
having a.
He's not even arguing the definitions. He's saying that we understand it incorrectly. So it's not even
can I
like
say
that he's saying the
something?
definitions. Who is this? You're showing up as 3 dots. Who is this?
I'm Luck of Bravery. It's
Oh, okay.
the thing is, like, if you can't explain your argument to a person who doesn't understand philosophy, that's a bad argument. Like, why do you need to refer to fucking theses or whatever you're trying to explain? Like, what's the point of that? Like if I can't explain my argument to a 15-year-old kid who knows nothing about philosophy, then
come on, man. Like
no.
So dishonest.
But that's true though. Like why do you need to define these definitions at all?
Well, because I mean,
we're talking about his dishonesty right now.
Definitions, definitions are important in any conversation.
Like a basic error, which is the exact same thing with a straw man.
But like Zychron said, it doesn't like it. We can define them here. What's the point of drilling to different definitions all over again?
Well, what do you mean
I don't understand
different definitions? We're using the
like,
standard definition of soundness that you will find on any resource for what sound arguments are. Will say this exact thing to you.
I understand that, but
here, actually, can you guys hear me? I've been searching. Okay, so I just posted the link in the chat, right? This is exactly what I'm saying, and I don't know if you get if the contrapositive soundness, right?
Wait, are you referring to completeness? Completeness and soundness are not equivalent. You know that, right?
Yeah, of course. It's the other way. It's the reverse way. But I'm talking about.
What do you mean it's the other way?
I'm not sure. Like, if you know, it's hard to.
I don't follow.
No, I mean when you have a predicate that is A and B, for something to follow to be true, like A and B implies C, then either and fuck, hang on. I'm too tired for this. I'm looking at your link.
Now again, I know how to explain. If is sound, then it's valid as well. That's the completeness. You go the other way.
We know that.
So
of course. Yeah. That's part of the definition of the sound thing.
Yeah, sound is
theory of soundness.
Sound is defined that as something that is valid and something that is where the premises are true. Of course, if something is sound, then it necessarily must be valid because it's in the definition. But the reverse is not the same thing. Like it can be valid but not sound. They're not intertwined as if if one of them negates the other one.
Wait, I'm not sure which what I said from the beginning. If it's not sound, then it's not valid. This is the contrapositive. Yes.
Is he still trying to say that if something I was in the bathroom, is he still saying that if something is an argument is not sound, that it's also by definition invalid? Is he still going on that same retardation? Or has he changed it now?
I think he might be flip-flopping and just being dishonest about it. I can't even tell.
Let's just get the clear answer that I was going for before I had to take a piss. Okay, so Socrates is a cat. All cats are purple, therefore Socrates is purple. You agree that that is a valid argument, correct?
In the Wikipedia article now?
Man, please stop dodging. So I'm going to ask you the question again. Socrates is a cat. All cats are purple. Therefore, Socrates is purple. Is that a valid argument? Was that him or someone else who just said yes?
Someone else.
Someone else, okay. Irrelevant. So, mind broken by comments. No. You're saying no?
Sorry.
Oh, you're saying yes. You understand that's a valid argument? Socrates is a cat. All cats are purple. Therefore, Socrates is purple. Is that valid or not? Please, man, come on. Everyone sees the dishonesty. Just give an answer. Just say yes or no. Please, I'm honestly begging you to just give a straight-up answer. Socrates is a cat. All cats are purple. Therefore, Socrates is purple. Is that a valid argument? Is it correct in form? Sorry?
It's valid, yeah.
Good. Okay, everyone heard you say that's valid. Okay. Is it sound?
You know what that means? No? What that would have to...
No, don't dodge. No dodge. I just want to hear...
Okay.
Is it sound?
Just
no. Just, is it sound?
That depends if the premise...
No, shut up. Is it sound? Yes or no?
You know that they aren't.
You can't
He knows he's trapped, that's why he keeps trying to go off point. Is it sound? Yes or no?
You don't know because you have to...
You think cats are purple?
That not all cats are purple.
I'm asking you right now, do you consider that argument sound? Is it sound?
Okay, here, guys.
No, not here,
Wait,
guys. Man, Chris, shut the fuck up and just answer instead of trying to derail. I know that you've been sitting there thinking, oh, I'm so much smarter than Isaac. Oh, Isaac's an idiot. Oh, blah, blah, blah. I destroy you. You don't know basic logic for months. Then you roll into my server.
Dude,
you get annihilated on the most basic shit about logic by a philosophy
the ego.
And now you're sitting here not wanting to accept basic reality because it cuts. Guys, just be quiet. And now you're sitting here not wanting to accept basic reality because accepting basic reality means going, shit, ask yourself, just fucking schooled me. So answer the damn question. I have put the argument to you. Socrates is a cat. All cats are purple. Therefore, Socrates is purple. You have confirmed in front of everyone that that is a valid argument, which it is. Now I am asking you, is it a sound argument? Yes or no? No derail. Give an answer.
Chris, are all cats?
No, just let him. Let him answer.
It's not sound. Yeah, that example is not sound.
Okay, so if the argument is valid but is not sound, then it is not true that all unsound arguments are invalid. You have been debunked.
Yeah.
Okay, so you understand. So shut up. You understand now that not all unsound. One second. You understand now that an argument being unsound does not mean that it's invalid by your own admission, because you have just said Socrates is a cat. All cats are purple. Therefore, Socrates is purple. Stop cutting in because you know you're wrong. Okay, I have just asked you. I've put the argument to you, Socrates is a cat, all cats are purple, therefore Socrates is purple. You have confirmed that that argument is both valid and unsound. Therefore, you cannot say that all unsound arguments are invalid. You have just confirmed that an unsound argument is in fact valid. So do you now accept that you were wrong to say that all unsound arguments are invalid? No, don't ask me a question. Don't ask me a question. Answer the question. Answer. Dude, stop derailing.
About syllogism, and this is what I said in the beginning.
Shut the fuck up about syllogism.
Okay,
what the hell are you on about?
Absolutely, wow. Just wow,
okay,
man.
I want to ask everyone in here, every single person with a mic, please turn on your mic and answer this question. Has he answered what has been asked to him?
No.
No.
Not at all, man.
No. So no one thinks you've answered the question. So answer the damn question, Chris. Not all unsound arguments are invalid. Yes or no?
Like, is this the conversation is going to go that you ask me a question and I just say yes or no, even if it's irrelevant?
Drop your fucking ego. You can just admit that you were wrong.
Look, Chris, this can go in this direction. If you want to keep just being rude and trying to act like, oh, they're being rude, and then eventually just leave because, like, oh, I'm getting...
Okay, do you understand my position?
Chris, answer the question.
Wait,
don't talk, Chris. Answer the question. Everyone sees that you're dodging, okay? Do you accept that not all unsound arguments are also invalid? Yes or no? Don't give me a sentence. Give me a yes or a no.
Not all. Yeah,
Chris,
I said not all.
Not derail. Answer the question. If I hear anything other than yes and no, I'm just going to talk over you and tell you to answer the question. So I will put it to you again, and you're just going to have to keep hearing the same fucking question over and over and over until you give a clear answer. Again, I have put the argument to you. Socrates is a cat. All cats are purple. Therefore, Socrates is purple. You have confirmed that that argument is valid but not sound. So it follows from that not all unsound arguments are also invalid, contradicting your initial statement. Do you accept this, yes or no?
No, no, because I never said all.
Oh my god.
You know, ironically...
Why you just don't admit that you're wrong on this point?
Dude, okay, can I talk? Can I explain? Guys.
But look, previously... Yeah.
Guys.
Let JHC talk. I like JHC. He's good with it.
In order to be sound, an argument must meet two conditions. Must A, be valid, and B, have all true premises. An unsound argument is any argument that fails to meet one or both of these conditions.
Perfect.
Thank you. Thank you very much.